It was a quiet morning in Japan, the kind of morning where life moves as it always does. The streets hum with activity. The sea whispers against the coastline, and the sun rises in a bright display of colors over the horizon.
Japan, a land of ancient culture and cutting-edge technology, is also a land that lives in constant awareness of the forces beneath the Earth's surface. For centuries, the people of Japan have been acquainted with the tremors of earthquakes and the raging power of tsunamis.
But on this particular day, on specific date, the Earth itself had an unsettling story to tell.
At precisely exact time, an overwhelming force erupted deep beneath the Pacific Ocean.
A magnitude X earthquake struck with the kind of raw power that made the Earth shudder in ways few had ever experienced.
Japan, so accustomed to these quakes, was not prepared for this one. Buildings swayed, windows shattered, and the ground itself split open as if it were angry.
In mere moments, the landscape of everyday life was turned upside down, and an urgent sense of fear swept through the streets.
The earthquake, though terrifying in its own right, was only the beginning. Moments after the tremor subsided, the true horror began to unfold.
Tsunami warnings blared across the city, their eerie sound slicing through the panic-stricken air.
Coastal towns were on high alert.
Japan, having survived countless quakes, was now facing its most terrifying natural adversary.
The sea, once a peaceful neighbor, was now rising in fury.
A monstrous wave towering, relentless surge toward the shore. The ocean had turned violent, no longer a symbol of tranquility, but a force of destruction.
In a matter of moments, the tsunami struck with an intensity that left the coast in shambles.
Towering waves surged inland, swallowing entire towns, homes, and lives in their path. The once pristine streets were now flooded with debris, buildings reduced to rubble, and entire communities lost beneath the churning water.
The horizon disappeared beneath the waves, and what was once a place of comfort and safety became a hellish landscape of water, destruction, and despair. When the waves receded, they left behind a broken world. The quiet that followed was deafening.
People wandered through the wreckage, searching for loved ones, for signs of life.
Amidst the devastation, a collective will to survive rose from the ashes of despair. The streets, flooded and torn, began to hum once again, but this time, it was not the sound of life as it was before, but the sound of a community coming together in the face of catastrophe. Families were torn apart, but strangers became family, and survivors became heroes in the eyes of those around them.
Japan, a country that has faced tragedy time and time again, now faces its greatest challenge.
But even in the wake of such profound loss, the indomitable spirit of the Japanese people shines through.
Rescue teams mobilize, volunteers put in, and communities start the difficult task of rebuilding what was lost.
This disaster,
like all others before it, will be remembered as a test of strength not just of the land, but of its people.
They rise from the ashes, not just to rebuild, but to redefine their future.
The 2025 earthquake and tsunami in Japan will be remembered as a tragedy of monumental scale.
But it will also be remembered for the courage, unity, and resilience that followed.
The waves may have taken much, but they could not take the spirit of the Japanese people.
For, as they have shown before, the heart of Japan beat strong, even in the face of nature's most destructive forces.